Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys an old school album review. And today we're going to be looking into this album's 35th anniversary, and it's from one of my favorite bands ever. And as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about Taking Over by Overkill. This was the band's second album, released in March of 1987 through Atlantic and Megaforce Records. Now, I'm pretty sure I don't really need to go into Overkill that much. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard of them. Been around since the mid-80s. From New Jersey, in my opinion, very underrated thrash band. And this, of course, is their second album, which follows up their debut album, Feel the Fire, which came out in 1985. And usually when bands release the sophomore album, there's like a lot of hot pressure because the first album does really well. But I think Taking Over does a really great job. It's another classic album in Overkill's discography. And I would describe this album as very energetic. I feel like this is, in my opinion, the most energetic album that they've released up until probably like Ironbound. And one thing to note, the production, produced by Alex Perelius, and of course John Nisazula also co-produced or executive produced this. Let's just dive right into the musicianship. Bobby Blitz's vocals. My God, like the dude's just full of energy. Like even to this day, in his 60s, he still has that energy and charm. And I don't know. It's hard to describe it. He's just fucking amazing. The guitar work on this album is pretty tight. I believe it was Bobby Gustafson that handled the guitar work on this. And the bass from Dee Dee Verney, the bass in pretty much almost every Overkill album is really turned up well in the mix. And drumming wise, I believe this was Rat Skates, his last album, or I can't remember the whole drumming that played on the earlier stuff, but yeah, I'm pretty much rambled on for about 2 minutes, so let's just dive right into this album track by track. Now, starting things off is Deny the Cross, and I feel like, in my opinion, this has one of the most true statements I've ever heard in a metal song, and like the lyrics in there are sick. Like, in sin you deny the cross, and the energy of the song is just compares with anything that most popular bands were turning out, and the riffs on here are really killer as well. Next song on the album is called Wrecking Crew, and I feel like this is one of my favorite Overkill songs. Bobby's vocals are really insane, and I'm surprised how high he can get with those notes. It's almost like he's in a competition with like the rest of the band, and the solo here is one of my favorites of all time, and the energy is really crazy. And I feel like this song also is sort of like Overkill's like Call to Arms, sort of like they have like their own like fans. It's called the Wrecking Crew. Fear His Name is up next, this is another good song, but I feel like this song doesn't have the same feeling as it is before, but those chugging riffs are a nice pace, and I feel like Use Your Head picks up where Wrecking Crew left off. The intensity is back, and the riffs really just fucking deliver, and the track, in my opinion, has the best beat in the whole album, and this is a track that anyone can headbang to. And Bobby Gustafson has a nice solo on here as well, and it's one of my personal favorite chunk of his. Fatal If Swallowed, and from what I heard from the lyrics of the song, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure the song is really sexual, nasty, and gritty, and really hilariously awesome. And the riffs on here are great as usual, but to me isn't one of the highlight points of the whole album. Power Surge is up next, and with a name like that, you can know what to expect. In like the typical Overkill fashion, we hear the bass and then the song explodes. But in my opinion, I feel like this is the weakest point vocally for Bobby on this album. It's like he has a thrash metal opera singer trying to top the scale of intensity that the rest of the band has. But other than that, it's a solid song. But the next song on here, In Union We Stand, I feel like this is a really good song, and I feel like it's very inspirational for all metalheads. And the chorus is great and powerful, the riffs are blazing, and the drums are pounding. And I feel like the solo was great. And next up, we get to Electro Violence. And this is, in my opinion, one of the most underrated Overkill songs. And I kind of wish they would play this song more. And listen to like the first 20 seconds up here, and you could see how many other bands start the level with intensity. And I just think it's pretty good, and it's a damn shame. I think from the 3 times I've seen them, I don't think they've played this song live. And then we close things out with Overkill 2, The Nightmare Continues. which rounds out this classic album with a kind of starts off very strange a little bit, and then it takes off once it builds up, and the riffs here are the most powerful on the whole album, and Blitz's vocal delivery is almost perfect, and I think it's a great way to end this album. Now, overall, Taking Over by Overkill, great follow-up to the debut You Feel the Fire, and if you want an album that has intensity, riffs, solos, and crazy vocals, this one that you would like, an album you would like. I can't even speak today. So if I had to give this album a score, I'm going to give Taking Over by Overkill a solid 8.5 out of 10. So yeah, that's my review of the album, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and I'll see you all in the next video, and as always, keep it metal.